Now the PM is in Rome for the inauguration mass of Pope Leo XIV. This will be a convergence of many world leaders as well. Who else will the PM sit down with? What's top of his agenda?
Yeah, I think there'll be at least a couple of other meetings that he'll have. We know that he's going to meet Ursula von der Leyen, the chief of the EU. He's also likely to meet Mark Carney, the newish Canadian Prime Minister, although it's not clear exactly when that's going to happen. In both those cases, I think a couple of things will be high on the agenda, particularly trade. In the case of the EU, of course, Australia and the EU are now looking to revive or revivify free trade agreement negotiations that stalled a couple of years ago. The main thing that's changed there is the fact you've got Donald Trump in office, who has now upended global trade in many ways. So there are many more reasons for Australia and the EU to try and find a compromise here, not just to open up new markets for their exporters, but also to bolster free trade and bolster that framework of rules around free trade that Donald Trump seems intent on dismantling. I think a similar discussion will be had potentially with Mark Carney. Now, of course, on top of trade issues, there's also the invasion of Ukraine with both the EU and with Canada. I think there will be discussions about what additional aid can be handed to Ukraine and how they can work together to place as much pressure as possible on Vladimir Putin to try and bring him directly to the negotiating table and to try and make the concessions that they believe are necessary for a lasting peace.
Stephen, on the inauguration itself, obviously a hugely significant event. It's obviously, well, it's about just gone after 11 o'clock, according to my time there in Rome. Probably quite quiet right now, but what's the atmosphere like there now as people converge to celebrate the inauguration of Pope Louis XIV?
Well, it's not that quiet actually at the moment, Fauzia,
No?
but that might just be because we're standing in a fairly busy night spot, but rather than anything to do with the fact that it's the inauguration of Pope Leo XIV. But look, the atmosphere in St. Peter's Square earlier today was extraordinary. It was buoyant and it was joyous. It really was. Thousands of people were streaming into the square. Many of them, of course, were tourists just coming to take a look, but thousands of them were the faithful, including pilgrims who have come all over Europe and in some cases all over the world. Tour groups from as far afield as Mexico and the Pacific, people who have come to see Pope Leo XIV celebrate his inaugural mass and open a new chapter in Catholicism. So there is a sense of excitement and anticipation about this around Rome, particularly, of course, in the Vatican and around Vatican City, and a real sense of just what an extraordinary and historic moment awaits us. The Prime Minister, of course, is one of only a number of world leaders who will attend this event, but in the end this event is not for world leaders, it's for the faithful, and they've really shown their enthusiasm well before the event has begun.